What's going on, guys? Welcome to the state of VR. For this video, I'm going to cover and discuss a few VR news stories that made some headlines in the past week. In the last week, Nvidia updated your frames, Facebook took some names, a community developer made a pretty cool game, and LIFE ALYX is once again making some virtual waves. So kick back, relax, and listen up, because this is your weekly Metaverse News. A feature recently enabled by Nvidia back in January at CES takes advantage of their current RTX graphics cards by allowing a more dynamic version of super sampling to be used while playing VR games. This feature is called VR SS, or Variable Rate Super Sampling. It accomplishes the same goal of the widely used super sampling VR users have been taking advantage of for years, since the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. Native super sampling allowed for sharper visuals in-game, but sometimes taxed GPUs a little too much, causing frame rates to suffer. VRSS combats this by only increasing the resolution of your image in your center view and dynamically adjusting to maintain frame rates. I haven't gotten the chance to try this out yet, but I will definitely be sure to, and report back on it in my next video. Several YouTubers have tried this feature out, most notably VR Oasis, and he found there to be not much of a difference being presented in games like Boneworks, being among the 26 games initially supported with this feature. Hopefully, future updates from Nvidia can improve upon this feature. If you want to learn how to enable this, I linked Mike from VR Oasis's video on how to do this in the description. Released this past week was an update to the popular rhythm VR game, Synth. This game requires users to catch and follow rails with their hands in sync with music. Tailored towards more of the dance and techno music genres, I think this makes for an awesome party game with a few of your friends online. It isn't my cup of tea, but I know there are those out there that would enjoy a game like this, especially given that the new update includes multiplayer support free for all users. Even though I'm more of a Beat Saber fan myself, I will still be picking up this title solely for the multiplayer aspect. Hopefully, we will see something from Beat Games soon in regards to a multiplayer game mode, since they first spoke about it back in 2018. I can already foresee Facebook groups and those on the Oculus Quest subreddit posting requests to start party games with other Quest users online, making for a ton of competitive fun. Games like this are great for VR because it fulfills the social aspect we all love about VR. It isn't a coincidence that the most popular games on Quest and PC VR are mainly social games like Rec Room and VR Chat. Despite their simplistic graphics, these games continue to flourish, connecting with people across the world to better understand one another and enjoy one another's company should be what VR is all about. So Valve finally dropped some actual gameplay footage for all of us VR nerds and Half-Life fans to nibble on at least until its highly anticipated release date in just a little under 3 weeks. Valve is also planning on releasing a couple Steam home environments to those who currently own Index hardware, resembling areas within Half-Life ALYX, so don't forget to check that out too. Do not get thrown off by the teleportation in the beginning. There is smooth locomotion, so don't worry, you will not have to suffer through the dreaded teleportation locomotion throughout the game. Not to come down on teleportation, it's just not what I prefer to feel fully immersed myself in open world type games. Teleportation is good for those new to VR if you don't yet have your VR sea legs. Right off the bat, everything from the gameplay to the music instantly gives you an eerie feeling, almost like you are in the middle of an intense movie. But this time, you're not only witnessing what's about to happen, you are experiencing everything firsthand. When I describe the gameplay like this, I'm describing from the perspective of a PC VR player who's been in the VR game for quite some time, so I understand the overwhelming feeling VR games can bring to the table when you combine tense visuals and audio that will make your skin crawl. I'm honestly quite intimidated by the thought of playing this game, but the creepy atmosphere won't stop me from playing possibly the greatest VR game to come out thus far. Looking at a couple of screenshots I took, it's evident that Valve really knocked it out of the park with this one. You can see the details in nearly everything, from the detailed wood grain to the items found throughout the game. This bucket with all the items in it blows my mind, and it's just a friggin' bucket. Valve did not skip out on any environmental detail, and I can't wait to just search through every nook and cranny in this game to find whatever Easter eggs Valve left for us VR nerds. If you are a flat game only player, these feelings are hard to describe. I've tried to describe VR before to a lot of different people, and what I've learned is that there is literally no way to encompass this feeling in words. VR is something that has to be experienced firsthand to get, and it's kind of like one of those aha or whoa moments. Don't think you can only play this title using a Valve Index. You can use practically any PC VR headset to play this title as long as you have 6-DoF motion controls and the headset is compatible with Steam VR. Valve has been notoriously low on stock for the full bundle, including the base stations and controllers, but recently announced that on March 9th, their stock will be replenished, so keep an eye out. One headset fairly cheap price-wise and often overlooked is the Samsung Odyssey Plus. The controllers are kinda big, but trust me, it does the job, and the resolution is on par with the Rift S. And it has an arguably much better audio solution with on-ear headphones. Will you be playing Half-Life Alyx on day one? Comment below if you are, and let me know what you think about the gameplay released by Valve. Now for some VR community news. Several users, to include Reddit user Brunlake, recently posted a clip of him trying the Contractors beta version for the Oculus Quest. The original PC VR only title is making its way to the Quest and doesn't look too shabby so far, in comparison to the PC VR version. Contractors has always been sort of a Pavlov and Onward cross game, leaning more towards realism where Contractors has always been. I have yet to try this version, but I'll be sure to message the dev to see if I'll be able to test and give my input. If you would like to receive a beta key, join via the Discord link in the description and follow the rules to sign up. Keys being given out are most likely limited for a specific number of users, so get on there while you can. Some other really cool news going on in the community is apparently there is a developer aiming to recreate the massively popular Death Stranding into a made-for-VR Oculus Quest-like port. The creator, King Saren, cited that he has spent approximately 80 hours developing this VR concept game, and I have to say, it looks pretty well done. He manages to capture and recreate the vast landscapes similar to the Death Stranding environments themselves. Also, integrate weapons as well as enemies into the game. If you would like to see his Reddit post on his concept game, I will put the link in the description box. I can't wait to see how much more King Saren will add to his Death Stranding concept game, as well as what he will develop in the future for VR. Developers like this truly inspire those in the VR community to learn and develop their own games, adding to the plenty of side quest titles we already have. Now for some community news regarding Facebook Horizon. Quest users have been waiting for what seems like forever for an update regarding this game. Reddit user, what the fuck, recently posted that she received an email regarding an alpha signup for the highly anticipated social game. This email is a notification email for certain Oculus Quest users stating that there will be a closed alpha this spring without any specific dates on when this will start. I'll be hoping and crossing my fingers that I'm one of those chosen lucky users to be able to try out this social game. Facebook does not have the best reputation among the public, but I do believe if there is anybody that will be able to pull off creating a great VR social app game for the Quest, it's going to be them. Let me know your opinions on this in the comments section. Thanks for watching, it means a lot. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this news type of format. Peace out, VR dudes and dudettes.